Hi guys, welcome back to another video from EDC. I know I not long did a video about my EDC carry and everything else like that, but there's a few different things that I've been playing around with and stuff like that, just to see what people thought and their ideas. So feel free to put your thoughts in the comments and let me know. So in regards to EDCs, I've switched mine up, so I'm not using the holster at this moment. I'm using a pouch called a Taddy, made by someone I know. So I don't know whether that's a name that he uses or that's its name in general, but that's my current setup at the moment. So I'm going to go through that, and then I'm also going to go through a pouch that I have, which is complementary to my EDC. That's always in my rucksack, and I'm always carrying my rucksack. But I'll go through what's in my rucksack as well, just to give you an oversight of what it is. And I'll go into a small detail about the rucksack that I have and the rucksack that I'm getting, which will be my EDC rucksack. So it's not going to be a short video, so I hope you stick around to the end. So let's get into it. So to start off with, this is what he calls a Taddy, and according to him, I shove a lot of stuff into it. So at the moment, I've got my EDC pen, which is a bolt action. Its refill is I believe a gel refill. Nice, simple bolt action pen. Put that off to one side while I go into a little bit of detail. According to my Write in the Rain waterproof notebook, which is in a compartment that I'm going to go through a little bit later, these pens don't work so well with it. But for everything else, this is highly usable. The bolt action is nice and smooth. Sometimes it gets a little bit stiff, but look at that, that was nice. I like it. It's a fidget kind of thing that I just tend to play with. So that's that. Nice, fits in the hand profile, glass breaker on the top. Solid uniform build. Can use in a pinch as a self-defense weapon. I've gone over this in my last EDC. I'm not going to go over it again. We do have an addition to my EDC this time. A fire still. Now I know some of you might be thinking, why is he carrying a fire still? I live in London. I go camping. Not as much as I like, but I go camping. So I always like to keep one in my pocket so that when I do go camping and I'm not having to rush around to get a fire out, to get a lighter out, to get a fire going. Also, I'm brushing up on my skills using a fire still, and I'm trying to learn other methods of lighting fires in a bushcraft environment. Hence the reason why I have a fire still in my EDC. Self-explanatory in that sense. Put that off to the side. The next thing is my multi-tool pen. I did show it in my previous EDC, I believe, but I didn't go through too much detail. What it is a pen style multi screwdriver. Screw the top off. Bits on the inside, as you can see. Pull a bit out. Put it in the end. Magnetic. And away I go. I've got a flathead screwdriver, torque, whatever. As long as it fits in that small little diameter, it's good to go. I've lost some bits to it, so it's not full, and it was bought for me a little while ago, but I still have it. Very useful, and it's always in my pocket, bag. It's always there, really. So that's that. And I'm moving on to a different flashlight as such. The C3 is still my best torch by far right now. So there's no change in that. That's in my rucksack. That will be in my rucksack. And even if I'm not carrying my rucksack, it will be in my pocket or my jacket or something. It will always be with me. But at the moment, with the system that I'm trying out, I'm using it as a in case of emergency flashlight. So this is just if I need a bit of light on a daily, then this is what I use. Like I work nights, so if I'm coming home early hours in the morning, trying to get my key in the door and not being able to see where the key is, I'll use this. One function. That's it. Can't go wrong. Literally one function. Pocket clip. It's from Rise Mart. Nice little flashlight. I did do a video about this flashlight in a previous video. I believe it's one of my first, so I'm not going to go into too much detail about this. Now onto the Taddy. My bank card's in here as such. I'm not going to reveal the information. Oh, Barclays, there you go. Shit, here we go. So, no bank cards, slips in this little pouch. As for the Taddy, it's got one compartment here, two compartments here, and a compartment straight down the middle. Now, surprisingly, the guy who makes these says I can fit a lot in them. I always thought that that's what you'd be able to do. But I'm really liking this as a slimline wallet / EDC carry. I can fit my cards, I can fit notes, I can fit change down the middle if needed, fit my torch, flashlight, fire still, pen, you name it, I can fit it in here. So this is what I'm rolling with at the moment. It just slips in my pocket, small profile, nothing too major. If I need something, put my hand in my pocket, pull it out, put it back, done. Now there was an additional item hanging off a flashlight, and that is the Gerber shard. I love Gerber shards. It was the first multi-tool that I ever bought. I lost it and it's recently been bought for me again. It is amazing. I've done a video about this. No, sorry, I did a video with this in it and I went into detail about this. I love these things, mainly because it was probably the first EDC item tool that I've bought. So it's always held a nice place in my heart. They come in different colours. When I first bought this, it was only in this black colour. Now you get them in blue and silver. Who knew? But black is my favourite colour. So you really can't go wrong. Alright, I'm now going to go over what's on my wrists. On my left wrist, it's the Fitbit Iconic. It alternates between this and this, because if I'm wearing my classical watch, which is a rotary skeleton dial automatic, that will sit on this wrist. So then whatever's on this wrist will swap over to this wrist, and whatever's on this wrist will go to storage. So if I'm not wearing my classic watch, I'll wear my Fitbit and my name for this, paracord bracelet. There you go. Couldn't remember it. My mind just went blank there for a minute. So Fitbit Iconic, everyone knows what a Fitbit is. Everyone knows what it does. This has just got a LCD screen so you can see the functions and all that. Bluetooth connections, gets my notifications from my calls and my messages. That's it. Can't go wrong. Now for this is a paracord bracelet. I'm sure many people know what this is. In the EDC community, I don't think many people wear these, but for an emergency item that will come good in a pinch, this comes in handy. So on this, it has a button compass. Down the middle here is a ferro rod, a small ferro rod. On this side, you've got a striker and a cutting tool. Then you've got paracord. Nice little functional items. It does work. Tried it. It's nice. Oh, and it's got a whistle. Forgot about that. I always do it. I always forget about the whistle. So if I needed to let someone know where I was and I didn't have the means to start a fire, or I couldn't start a fire in where I was, I'd use the whistle to let them know that I'm here and I'm ready to be found. So that if I lose my pack or anything else like that, it's not going to take a lot. This is really fiddly to tie back up. There we go. I use the teeth sometimes. So that sits on my wrist. And if that ain't on my wrist, it's on the shoulder strap of my rucksack, or it's in my rucksack. Got two of these, a black one and a black and orange one. They were bought for me for my birthday, which has just come up recently. Most of the time, I'll always have a hat. Sometimes I'll put something on the inside of the hat, like notes or just something. It's just a nice little place where you can keep like a £5 or a £10 note, and no one will be the wiser. It's that simple. So that goes on that side. Now, as for my rucksack that I'm using, it is not the smallest, but it's a 28 litre EDC pack by Hill Context. So I have to say, it fits its purpose by its name. It's got drawstrings for a jacket or jumper or anything like that on the front. A nice Velcro hook and loop patch on the front if you want to stick any morale patches on there or anything like that. That's what can go on there. It's got 3 rungs of molly webbing on the front, 3 on the sides, hooks and loops on this side, as you can see. Got carabiners on this side, carabiners on this side. It's got 2 compartments. Let's go through the front compartment. The front back side of the inside compartment is all hook and loop Velcro. So you can stick your morale patches or any Velcro pouches or anything like that on the inside. Really nice touch. When the central compartment is filled, it doesn't leave a lot of room for the front compartment. This bag has been in use for a good while now. I was using it for a year, then I let my brother use it. He just recently got a new rucksack, so I started using it again until my new pack comes. But when the main compartment's full, there's not a lot of usable room in the front, so I wouldn't recommend filling out the front before you fill out the central compartment. Nice zippers. I don't know whether they're YKK, but literally they've got an overlap to keep out the rain, and they're also weatherproofed, so that it's very hard for water to get inside. I don't know the specs of the materials. Like I said, I've had the bag for a while. I think it's called Dora. It's made by Hill Context EDC pack, so if you want to check it out, go to their website. Brilliant gear, packs, pouches, clothes, you name it, they've got good gear. Hill Context. I really like it. Like, for the amount of time that this bag has been in use between me and my brother, it's seen its fair day of work. So in the central compartment, I have the pouch in question, which is co-oping with my EDC Taddy pouch. So this is what co-ops with it. I have spare essentials, socks, a spare pair of boxers, and a spare pair of socks. If I get wet or whatever, that's my best line of inquiry. And then an additional notepad to the Write in the Rain notepad that's in here. So that's that. A hard case for my headphones, the Bose QC32s. Very nice headphones. Hard cases are nice. Not necessarily EDC, but as and when I carry them, that's what they'll be in. Waterproofs. This has a waterproof poncho and waterproof trousers in it. in this small little profile package. It's always in my bag because I ride a 125 motorcycle, and if it's raining, chuck these on, you're good to go. Plain and simple, these will save the day. Even if I'm not carrying my motorcycle, I don't carry an umbrella or have a waterproof jacket, so I'll chuck these on and I'm good for most of what I need to do, and it just keeps me dry. I have a Fire tablet, read my books, surf the internet, as long as it's hotspotted to my phone, YouTube, whatever. I can do that on here. It's not a massive laptop, it's not a massive computer. This is what that is. Now, the last bit of this bag, nope, that was it. So that was the main compartment. And what I have to say is the main compartment is actually huge. Oh yeah, sorry about that. It's got a solid piece in the back to keep it rigid. Also, it's got this little tab for a water carrier. If you want to put a water carrier in there, you can easily just pull the Velcro, slap your water carrier in this bit, good to go. So your Camelback or whatever, that will go in there. Use this loop and it comes out there. Nice. And then it can run straight down along the shoulder straps right there, straight through. What I have to do say, I do like the shoulder straps. The padding's quite nice. The fact that they've got D-rings on them and an extra loopy bit. They've got an adjustable sternum strap that you can take off and put on as you choose. It slides up and down this whole bit. It unclips, which is a common feature on the Hilcon stuff. You can just unclip it, boom, ditch your gear in a moment. They've also got a sternum strap. As my height and the size of the pack, this doesn't sit on the waist. It sits around my stomach, so I don't get a lot of support from this, so I don't use it. But I could imagine somebody who's not so tall making good use of this if you overfill your pack. Not that you ever will, but it's there. The straps are really nice. Like I said, it's been through a lot and it's still holding up, so that's good quality. Now, I want to get into what's in my pouch that operates alongside my EDC Taddy. So in here, as mentioned before, I have my let's get that to prop it on. My Leatherman Wave, beard comb, my charging cable for my phone and for my headphones and my GoPro. This is empty at the moment, but then you also have my C3 torch which runs down the middle. Beautiful piece of equipment. On this side, I've got my lockpick, a lighter, a flue for funneling a flame to feed it or whatever. In the back, I've got my Write in the Rain notepad, and that's it. And then there's a zipper behind the multi-tool bit, so you unzip that and that's got a small pack of plasters and some fire tinder. So jute wax piece of cordage, these compressed little sawdust thingies, and a vial of magnesium and some sort of lighter fluid, I believe. Mix the two together, you've got a nice little fire, as well as a bit of paracord to give you tinder. That's what's in that little pouch. So that works in cooperation to the little Taddy pouch that you see that I carry. Eventually I will be adding more stuff to this kit, but that's what that is. So this is what complements the little pouch that I've got, that I'll have in my pockets. And this will be in my rucksack, and I always keep my rucksack. As for water carrier or water source, my EDC, I have a wide mouth 1 litre BPA free clear plastic bottle. It's a big old water carrier. It's nice. So this is what's always with me on a daily basis. This is my updated version of my EDC. It's a bit expensive, especially from being something that you can pocket dump. And if I wanted to, I could ditch 90% of the kit and just carry the little teddy pouch with what it's got in it. Because with the strap on my wrist, I can use it to strap the fire still, excuse me. So I ain't got a problem with that. So if I wanted to keep it within primarily what's in my pockets and on my wrists, I can do that. Not a problem. I do have an item to come in the mail. So when I do get that item, there will be an additional resource that will be added to that little teddy's pouch. And that will make it a whole lot more rounded and complete. So until then, I've been Kyle. This has been LEDC. What I will say is I will start to do more varied posts. So some stuff will be about bushcraft, as I'm just getting into it properly. Camping related, so like if I buy a new item, I'll do a video on it. I'm trying to get more EDC gear as we speak. Like what I want to do is get a sack, which is Swiss Army knife. I want to get a couple of those, more flashlights, more EDC pens, like the taddy pouch. I want to get some different variations. I want to get some handkerchiefs, stuff like that. So I'll be doing that, and I'll be posting pictures of my EDC to my personal Instagram. I'm not going to link that here, but in future to come, I'll make an LEDC Instagram page, and then I'll link it, and then that way, if you wanted to skip the videos, you can go have a look at what gear I'm carrying in my pockets at any which day. I'll be posting daily pictures on there of my EDC carry. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I know it's been a bit long, but thanks.